Hello and welcome back to my Move IQ channel. Over the years, there have been quite a large number of different schemes and plans to help first-time buyers get a foot on the property ladder. Some of them, of course, have been more successful than others, but they've all attracted interest. Today, I'm taking a look at the First Home Scheme. First Home Scheme is a UK government initiative, and the sole aim of it is getting first-time buyers up and running at a discounted price. The whole idea is to try and increase home ownership, particularly amongst young adults and those on lower incomes who are perhaps struggling to enter the market, particularly in conditions of today. The scheme itself is government-backed. It gives a minimum 30% discount on new build homes to eligible first-time buyers, and this is achieved by a combination of both government funding as well as developer contributions. Now, the crucial word in all of that was eligible. Of course it is. The scheme only applies to those who fit the criteria. You must be a true first-time buyer, as in you've never owned a property before, either in the UK or abroad. You must also have a combined household income of no more than £80,000 a year or £90,000 in London. The property must be used as your main residence, so this is a no-no for any buy-to-let investors who think they could get involved. Not for you, I'm afraid. You have to be able to get a mortgage to fund the purchase, stands to reason. And there might be other criteria depending on the local authority. Key workers, such as teachers, nurses and police, can sometimes be given priority in certain areas as well. The scheme itself does offer a number of benefits to first-time buyers, actually on top of the minimum 30% discount of market value, such as a lower deposit. A lower purchase price can equal a lower deposit, a lower initial outlay, and therefore it opens up the option of buying to more people. Again, that was the idea behind it. Due to the way that it's aimed to deal with the affordability gap in the market, home ownership should be a more attainable goal for a wider range of people. But not only that, by giving priority to local buyers and those with strong local ties, the scheme also aims to help maintain and strengthen the character and local demographic of an area. The idea is to keep communities together. I think it's a really good idea. However, having said all of that, there are a few downsides to be mindful of. The scheme only applies to new builds, so that might not be what you're looking for, new builds only. There might also only be a limited number of options available in the area that you're looking at. And I guess it also might be true that demand could be high, which in turn could drive up prices. So it's a bit of chicken and egg. There's quite a lot of variables and moving parts there to be aware of. There's a lot of paperwork, and the eligibility criteria isn't set completely, meaning that there are differences across regions and different local authorities. So do be sure to check the finer details in your area when you're looking. And finally, when it comes to reselling the property, again, I think it's worth mentioning you might come up against a few restrictions at that point, and that is basically due to the discount you received when you bought it, which could hamper your ability to sell it on at full market value, therefore impacting your ability to move up the ladder when that time comes. So that's just something to explore and to get comfortable with. So there's lots to think about, there's lots to consider, and even though the scheme isn't entirely straightforward, it could still very much be a good option for you to help get you on the ladder. But as with any significant financial decision, it is absolutely imperative you weigh up all the pros and cons, you understand what you're getting into, you know your budget, and you seek advice before you commit to these really important things. As always, we have links in the description below to our recommended mortgage advisors. They are there to help. Do use them. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck.